Friends, today we will see some more figures of speech. In part 1, we have seen some figures of speech. Now in part 2, let us see some more figures of speech. First one is pun. What is pun? When there are two meanings of a word, then it is called pun. Again I am repeating. When there are two meanings of a word, then it is called pun. Example, is life worth living? It depends on the liver. Now here the word liver, there are two meanings. One meaning, liver means the internal part of a body. It is called liver. Another meaning of liver is dead person who lives life. So here in this way there are two meanings. So it is called pun. Scenic dodge. Scenic dodge means when a part is considered to be the whole structure, then it is called scenic dodge. Again I am repeating the definition. When a part is considered to be the whole structure, complete structure, then it is called scenic dodge. One hand is ready to take part. One hand means what? One hand means one human being, one person. Here hand is the symbol of human being. Hand is the part of a body, but we will not consider as a part of body, but we will think hand as the whole human being. So it is called scenic dodge. Aposiopesis. When there is a sudden stop in the line of a poem to create some poetic effect, then it is called aposiopesis. Again I am repeating. When there is a sudden stop in the line of a poem to create some poetic effect, then it is called aposiopesis. For example, if you not listen me then, and here the sentence is incomplete. Why it is incomplete? Because it can create more effect than the complete sentence. That's why it is incomplete. Purposefully, poet will keep this type of line incomplete. Next is apostrophe. When poet will say something to someone, then it is called apostrophe. What is apostrophe? Again I am repeating. When poet will say something to someone, it is called apostrophe. But it is not necessary that that person is a living being. That person can be a dead person, that person can be any abstract idea, abstract thing, etc. For example, here poet is telling something to winter. Winter is a season, winter is not a human being. But here poet is telling to winter, goodbye winter. So it is called apostrophe. Sometimes poet can also say to a dead person. For example, O Gandhiji, see the condition of the country. Now here poet is telling something to Gandhiji, but Gandhiji is already a dead person. But poet can take such freedom, and poet can say even to a dead person. So it is called apostrophe. Next is simile. When there is direct comparison between two objects, two things, two persons, it is called simile. Life is like a journey. Here there is a comparison between life and journey. And for comparison, poet has used the word like. So generally in simile you can see the words like and as, then it is called simile. Metaphor. When there is indirect comparison between two persons or two objects, then it is called metaphor. Here, life is a journey. Here there is a comparison again between life and journey, but this comparison is indirect. Here poet is not using the words like या as, then it is called metaphor. I am giving another example. If any person is playing good cricket, then we can say him that you are Sachin Tendulkar. You are like Sachin Tendulkar. It is called simile. Why? Because I have used the word like. I have made the comparison, but in comparison I have used the word like. You are like Sachin Tendulkar. So it is called simile. But if the person is playing good cricket and if I say that you are Sachin Tendulkar of our town, yeah, of our city, then it is called metaphor. Here I am not using simile, here I am not using the words like as, yeah, like. So it is called metaphor. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is a kind of overstatement. Call you 1,000 times. This is one example. Another example I am giving you. I have been waiting for you for so many centuries. Now, this is the example of hyperbole, overstatement. You know that no any person can wait for any other person for so many centuries. It is not possible. You can wait for a person for 1 day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. But for so many centuries, not possible. But poet can write this type of line. It is called hyperbole. Archaism. When the poet will use old words in the poetry, then it is called archaism. For example, ere, ere means before. Ere is old word, but poet can use in poetry this type of word. Hath, hath. In modern time, generally, instead of hath, we are calling has. Has, ya have. So, has, ya have. These two words are used for hath. In old time, this word was used by the people, by the writers and poets. In modern time, we are calling it as has, ya have. Poet can write and poet can use the word hath in the poetry. So it is called archaism. So students, I hope that you understand properly these figures of speech.